Hello everyone, today we are going to work on a way to select these checkpoint icons, so these are the icons in the map. So here we can zoom in, zoom out already. So if I click on it, you can see a red circle appears around the icon and the icon becomes a bit bigger. And if I select another icon, the already selected icon becomes smaller and the red circle disappears. So similarly we can select any icon we have on the map. So let's see how to do this today. The reason I wanted to work on a selection method is in future I want to work on things like fast travel or selecting a checkpoint so that we can see the distance to that, or we can mark it as the selected quest or something. So for those things I wanted to implement this selection method. Alright, so let's see how to do this today. Right, so now we have a function in minimap and a main map, and we can do stuff like zoom in, zoom out as well, but still we don't have a way of selecting any of these checkpoints or like placing a custom waypoint or fast travel. So fast travel is next thing I want to work on. So right, how can we do that? So in order to do that, these icons should be selectable. So it could be something like a button, but at the moment these are just images. So let's go to the VP folder and WDG map icon. So this is the widget that shows those icons on the map. So as I said, this is an image. So to make it selectable, either we have to bind an event or we have to turn this into a button. So let's try this. One mouse button down, let's create a binding. So let's create a custom event called select, and also another custom event deselect. And let's call the custom event select when we click on this button. Return value, what should we return here? Okay, alright, so what should happen when we select this button? Let's get the icon, let's get slot as canvas slot, and here we have a size. Let's first get the size and from auto variable, let's call it original size. We should have it let's save this here, original size in the begin play. Right, when we initialize the icon, Oh, wait a minute, do we resize this? Yeah, we do resize it here also. So it may not be a good idea to get the size here. Okay, so let's move it back here, but before we set the size, let's add another variable to see if this is already selected or not. So selected, by default this should be false. If the button is not selected, we have to initialize the size, original size, and set size to slightly larger. So let's get this and multiply by, let's say, 1.2. So you should be able to see it is scaling up, and set the size. Similarly, when we deselect, let me duplicate this, the same thing. So here this part should be executed if selected is false. One more thing, here we need to set selected to true. Here we need to set selected to false, right? And we need to set it back to the original size. And let's call deselect if this is already selected. So deselect. Okay. Now let's see if the selection part is working. It doesn't. Oh. It is working, but this canvas slot access none trying to read property, this part is not working. Okay. Okay, so I guess the slot is created only when we add this icon as a child to the canvas, and here we get a canvas panel slot reference. So somehow we need a way to access this canvas panel slot within this map icon. How can we do that? Alright, so here in the widget map, let me change this instead of widget to map icon, WDG map icon. This shouldn't give us any issues, I think. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, let's check if still the things are working. Yeah, it is. Alright, then so this is now a map icon. Then in the map icon I'll add, let's create a canvas panel slot variable. Canvas panel slot. So I just used it to then let's use that here. and get rid of this part. So now we need a way to initialize this value, canvas panel slot. But how? Let's first convert this to a validated get. Similarly here also. Right. Now when we add this icon, map icon, into the map, here we can get another reference, set canvas panel slot with this output. Okay, now let's see. Right, now it is working. See, you can see it becomes larger. So the only problem is it keeps getting bigger. Why? When I deselect, we don't have to do this. We just have to set the size with the original size. Okay, selected, deselected, selected. Now when I select another icon, it should deselect a previously selected icon. So how can we do that? In the HUD, we do have a reference to all these map icons. So under VPI map, let's add a function, this select map icons, and then here let's implement it. Deselect map icons. Now under map icons, for each element, let's call deselect. Oh wait, this is a user object. Okay, so not user object, user widget. So therefore we don't have access to this deselect event. Then what can we do? Well, we can actually, here we are creating a widget map, here we are creating map icon. So the return type is map icon object reference. So why don't we change this into a map icon widget instead of user widget? It didn't give any compile errors. So right now, what's the type? User widget. Okay, this is map icon widget for each. Now it's a map icon widget. Great. Now we can call deselect. Okay. Then here, when we are going to select some icon, first we have to call deselect map icons from the HUD. So get player controller, get HUD, deselect map icons. Okay, what happened? Why are they vanishing? I think we need to interchange these positions. Now it should work. See, now it is working. So when I select B, now B is selected because that's why it becomes larger, but when I select this home icon, B becomes smaller. Great. Okay. Still I don't feel like this selection is obvious enough. See, so it becomes a bit larger, but it's, if you look away and look back at the map, you can't really say what's the icon that you have selected. So maybe we should have something more. So I'm back in Photoshop. Here we have this circle. Let's remove the fill and make the line white and save this. Let's call it selection outline, and let's import that selection outline here. And the map icon, let's wrap this with the border as the border brush. Let's use this selection outline. Now let's see if the app icons are displayed correctly. Okay, we can actually see the border. Okay, so now here I'll set the alpha of the border back to 0, but it doesn't. I think it should be a bit thicker, so we can, so let's increase the thickness a bit. Should be enough. So re-import. Okay, now we select it, we should make the border visible. So for that, let's get the border. Let's make this a variable. Border 0. Can't we give a border? Just needed to have a proper name. Get diamond border, set color, brush color. Let's make this white. Oh, actually we could make it black, red. Well, you can use any color you want. I'll go with white. So the important part is alpha is 1, set to 1. So similarly, when I deselect, I should set back the color alpha to 0 to make it invisible. Okay, see, now it's visible, and other functions are still working, things like zoom in, zoom out. One more thing, padding, I think we should set it to 0, otherwise the icon could be a bit stretched. Yeah, now it's perfectly round. Okay, great. So let's try red. I think red would be a bit clear. Yeah. Okay. So zoom in, zoom out also working. Alright. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop this episode right here, and next time I'll work on, well, I do want to work on fast travel, but still I can't work on it until I have a way to select the icons and on the map. So that's why I had to do this part before that. So yeah, maybe next time fast travel, and also I need a way to work on, like, show the distance to the next checkpoint. So yeah, let's look into those things in the next episode. And thanks for watching. As always, project files will be available for the download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon Club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.